Hello there and welcome back to another instalment of El Partido in Directo, the show where we ask you, the fans, whether you are attending a game in Spain at the weekend, to send us your match report, send us your experiences, and just in generally send us your thoughts, no matter whether you are a fan of the club you're watching or whether you are a neutral spectator just looking to watch a game at the weekend in Spain. We want to hear from you. And as always, it doesn't matter whether you are taking your seat at San Mamés, at La Catedral to watch, Athletic Club, or whether you are rocking up to a stunning seventh tier side on the beautiful island of Tenerife. We want to hear from you, and we want to hear, like I said, what your experience you're having. I'm going to keep this one nice and short and sweet because we have got the expert in El Partido Indirectos and just Indirectos in general. It is Matt Harrison. He is attending Malaga against Leganés away in Madrid. We had a fantastic day on Saturday in Guadalajara. Definitely worth checking out the El Partido en Directo on our other feed for that. I was supposed to be attending this game with him, but unfortunately I got called back to the UK a little bit earlier than expected. So I'm going to enjoy this from a listening perspective, definitely as well, to sort of get the vibe of what I've missed, but also Matt is incredible at these. So I'll hand over to Matt straight away. Thank you very much.
Good day, everyone. I am Matt Harrison. Welcome to the latest episode of El Partido Indirecto, coming to you from my favourite bar in Madrid, Partido. What a place. Amazing. It's a Saturday night. There's no football tonight. We've done the football. We've done it on a Saturday afternoon. This is preempting Sunday's football. But I'm joined with such a lovely cast of people. I thought this was a great place to start before hopefully was a lovely game tomorrow. So first of all, if you've not listened to it, go and listen to Liam Bambridge's El Pozo Indirecto at Guadalajara, where we've been today, and then come back and listen to me basically. This is the greatest bar in Madrid. So first of all, I'm going to say Alex Fitzpatrick of the Spanish Segunda show. Parondo thoughts.
Oh, I love it here. This is classic Spain. This is everyone is stood up pretty much, crowded at the bar, handing out tapas, bottles of beer everywhere. Yeah, love it. It's great. Atmosphere. It's loud, but that's what we like.
I can only apologise to Tom because I've just asked Alex to speak and he's just told me he just loves listening to my voice, but I need other people on here. So what were your first thoughts of Parondo?
Parondo? What's Parondo? The bar, yeah. Yeah, very stuffy.
Okay.
I mean, Liam's loving the olives and the bar.
And that's the food, not girls called olives.
Yeah, I mean, Liam's loving the bar staff, so best of asking him, really.
He's not hitting on them though. He's not hitting on them.
Liam, obviously I've asked them about Parondo. You can give your thoughts there, but you are wearing a lovely Guadalajara shirt. Do you want to tell us what's gone down today?
Yeah, we were across in Guadalajara, which is a suburb. Well, it's not a suburb, is it? It's another separate town, about 35 minutes out of Madrid. And we went to a game. We loved it. And even the game wasn't the best. It was good atmosphere, good experience, and we're very much looking forward to tomorrow, which I believe will take us to the southern suburbs of Madrid.
Yeah, we went very northeast of Madrid today. We're going south tomorrow. I'm sure I'll speak to these guys tomorrow. But while we've, let's say, with our beer wine hats on, I'll ask the Spanish Segunda expert and Tom. No, I'm joking. I know you know your stuff as well.
Tom is a Spanish Segunda expert.
I know he is. I'm joking.
We just record a podcast.
I'm just doing a bit of banter. I hate that word. So ahead of Leganés, Malaga tomorrow. I don't know what are you expecting?
0-0.
Done. Okay, Tom.
I'm being the optimist. An absolute goal fest. Okay. Two teams. Leganés need something out of this. Malaga hopefully building on their unusual 3-0 win at
It was unusual.
Yeah. let me down on the balcony. Yeah. So,
Sorry. Liam, what are you expecting from the game tomorrow? I know it's hard to call.
I mean, are you seriously expecting myself and Alex to give an informed opinion on this game, given that we are in Divisions 2 and 3 respectively of the Balcony Prediction League? I would ignore the next 10 seconds of what I've got to say. But yeah, I'm hoping for the goals like Tom, but I feel like probably a less than 2.5 goals might be a good bet.
I guess to wrap things up before tomorrow.
Hang on. I thought there was going to be less than 2.5 goals in the game in Zaragoza today, and they lost 5-0. 0 to the home team.
Oh my God, I didn't realise it.
0 to the home team, 5 to the away team, and I thought it was going to be a low scorer. So,
just to do my duty as a presenter, Liam Bambridge is a Zaragoza fan. But I guess the main thing for you guys, I've ticked the box. How much pressure is on you tomorrow to meet Super Pepino?
well, he's met me before.
Okay,
so
you've done it.
He will not feel any pressure.
I've done it too. Have you met him?
No, sadly not. I mean, it's my first time.
Pressure.
Very excited.
that's the only reason I'm going to the game, is to meet him.
I've got the toy. There's a great story behind my Super Pepino toy, which I definitely cannot tell on this podcast. But yeah.
Can we not ask how you're feeling about tomorrow's game, Matt? What's your
Yeah, well, I would say, so if you couldn't hear him, Liam asked how I felt about the game. If you'd asked me a week ago, I would have been very defeatist, but we were so good last week, I don't know anymore. I just don't know, basically. Obviously, I'm more positive now. I just thought we were excellent last week. It could have been 3-3 last week. It could have been 5-0 if our beloved Alfonso Herrero came back to his best, which he hasn't been this year, to be honest with you. He's been mixed.
He still let one through his legs on the near post.
All right. Yeah, but he saw the foul and thought, well, this is going to go to VAR. I can let this one in. It's just Chupete just looked excellent last week. Chupe now. And yeah, the usual cast of David Larrubia and I'll take a draw. We will do a more sober chat tomorrow. But for now, vamos Malaga. So, buenos dias from Madrid. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. I have coffeeed myself up because I was up early. It is match day. Obviously, it's quite an early kickoff today, 2 o'clock. So, I'm slowly working my way towards a Dodger train station. I'm really looking forward to today. It's Butarque. I've been before. The last time I was there was definitely the coldest I've ever been at a football game in Spain. So much so, it was 3-2 to Villarreal with about a minute left, and I said, I just can't take this anymore. So I left because I was so cold, and I'd sort of booked an Uber, and then it was 5-2, so I missed 2 goals, but I'm not going to lose sleep over that. I suppose the ground is sort of like, it's a great ground. It's really, really open though, hence why I was so cold. I didn't help myself, by the way. I came to Madrid in the winter with not a suitable jacket, we'll say. What else was I going to say? Yeah, it's one of those grounds as well where I think it's most renowned amongst Spanish football fans for its sort of sunset. I don't think we'll be seeing sunset at between 2 and 4 o'clock today. Hopefully we'll see Super Pepino. I'm not too bothered though. I've met the great guy before. For those that don't know, Super Pepino is a superhero cucumber who is also the mascot of Leganés. If you somehow don't know who he is, go and Google him. I was going to say the man. Is he a man? I was going to say the man's a legend. I suppose he is of male gender as far as cucumbers go. And I suppose cucumbers are, by default, quite phallic. So I'm walking down to Atocha. I'm going to meet one of the great men of Ghanaian, Nigerian football coverage. I'll introduce him shortly. I'm sure some people that know my work will know who I'm talking about. yeah, really looking forward to it. Vamos. So we are now in Leganés in a little bar somewhere near the centre. Alex Ashmore's taking me around a whistle-stop tour of the suburbs of Leganés. The word bleak was used a few times, so apologies any locals of Leganés, but I am with Alex Ashmore. How are you, Alex?
Doing very well, excited for today's game. Can't say I'm enamoured by the lights of Leganés, but I'm used to maybe a bigger city in Madrid, but no, it should be a good game today.
Is this your first Malaga game of the season?
It is my first Malaga game since we were in Primera Ref. I did not see a game all season last year.
Wow, really are part-timer. Just for anyone, I realise I might have not said this, for anyone that's new here, I am a Malaga fan. I realise I've been recording for a bit this morning. So obviously I know you follow the club, but you've been, through your work, you've been watching Leganés quite a lot over the past sort of 18 months or so. So I don't know, what's your feelings? Or what about Leganés? What can we expect from Leganés, maybe?
I mean, similar to Malaga in that sense that I actually don't know what we can expect from them.
Fucking hell, you're an awful person to interview.
It's been a very mixed season for them as well, and I think that there is a lot of pressure on the players, the club, the managers to turn it around. I think it would be very second division for Malaga to lose after a brilliant win against Depor, but playing a team like Leganés who have been struggling, who knows, maybe we can pick up a second win in a row and get some sort of run going, but I don't want to jinx anything.
And I know you mentioned some players when we were on the train. I mentioned I'm not looking forward to seeing him, but I do really like Juan Cruz that plays for Leganés, and obviously he used to play for Malaga. Is there one to watch for Leganés, would you say?
Yes, Luis Duke, who used to play for Aberdeen, for any Scottish football fans out there. He scored a fantastic goal free kick against Andorra, I believe it was, a couple of weeks ago. He's one to look out for, pacey, strong forward, and I think he'll cause some problems today.
Well, I will say this has been a very bad week for some Dukes, so I'm hoping that bad luck for Dukes carries on. So you can hear the beats are banging in the background. Butarque is over there. I've seen Super Pepino, so I'm officially at Leganés. We are just down the hill. It's quite an unorthodox fan zone where it's sort of on a banking, but the beer's cold, slightly expensive, and in the case of two of my friends opposite me, very big, because I've got a big one, but they've got bigger one. This is a carry-on podcast. So I'll ask you guys, what have you been here before? So I'm with Tom and Alex Fitzpatrick now. Alex Ashmore's already spoken. Tom, have you been to Butarque before?
No, I haven't.
Any thoughts?
Main reason I came here is to see Super Pepino, to be honest.
So have you seen him?
Yeah, got a picture of him. So
cool. And you've got did you buy a Super Pepino toy? Or?
Yeah, I bought everything with Super Pepino on it. So scarf, toy, key ring and a mug.
And you agreed with me that a way to get fans here, there's like a stall for retired police dogs. That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
a wholesome club.
Yes, yeah. Community club.
Right, so I've done the sort of that stuff with you. I'll go to the more technical stuff with you. Well, first of all, have you been here before?
Yeah,
of course, you've been here a few times.
Been here before.
So this is Alex Fitzpatrick, by the way, Spanish Segunda.
Only my second time here. I have been here before. Yeah, we came to watch Leganés Mallorca in La Liga in 2019, I think it was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've asked Alex, because obviously Alex Ashmore, I've realised I've got to differentiate now, because he's seen Leganés play a lot, but with your Spanish Segunda cap on, what can Malaga expect from Leganés today?
Well, not many goals, I would say. I think the big issue is getting the ball in the back of the net. They've got a couple of strikers, Gomez and De La Fuente, who are very much underperforming at the moment, should be doing a lot better than they are.
Duke. Yeah, he's been bigging up Duke.
Oh yeah, very much so. I would say he's their biggest danger for sure. I don't know if you saw the free kick that he scored against Andorra, I think it was a couple of weeks ago. Just incredible.
Yeah, I did see it. That was amazing.
unbelievable movement on the ball. But he's a very dangerous player anyway. You know, he's a tricky winger, quick, good on the ball. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him in the flesh. But the issue at the moment is that those centre forwards are not putting the ball in the back of the net.
And obviously the Malaga team, we're about 10 minutes away from the teams being announced, but I know Malaga, they're just a bit of a basket case. What do you expect to see from them today, if you can call anything?
From Malaga?
Yeah.
Oh, you can put the Scrabble tiles in a bag, can't you, and pick them out with Sergio Pellicer.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose I've been a little bit harsh there because there's so many injuries at the club and players that have been missing, but slowly those are starting to come back. I think what we're definitely going to see is Joaquin. I think we'll see him for sure. And outside of that, your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah. I do like Joaquin. By the way, this song is the ultimate sort of Spanish fan zone song. What's it called? Princesa. It's a classic. Anyway, we'll perhaps talk a bit more when the teams are out.
I've just seen the squad list. I didn't realise that, Ethan Marino.
So we're 35 minutes away from kick-off here at Butarque. We're still in the fan zone and delighted to be joined by renowned author Miguel Pereira, who I know has been on El Partido to talk about his book Pasión. How are you, Miguel?
Fine, just in the best company possible, waiting for another great kick-off on the Segunda, and with two teams that practically have the same kit, despite the blue tone-ish difference.
I did say to Alex earlier, Alex Ashmore, that I do like their kit, and I thought, oh yeah, because it looks like a Malaga kit.
And you know, they look like a Porto kit as well. You know, it's my club, so everything that looks blue and white for me, it's okay. And very good atmosphere before the match. I think very good mixing between the Malaga fans and the Leganés fans. Very good ambience. I parked the car like 20-minute walk here, and it's already always packed full. So I think we're going to have a very, very entertaining match, I would say. Very offensive one, probably with goals, with emotion, and I don't know if we will finish
Pasión?
Yeah, Pasión, of course, like every single one. We don't know if we'll finish at 4 or at 4:30, depends on the VAR, we were speaking about it earlier. So it will be a fantastic experience, at least also to be reunited with so many friends.
Excellent. And you've just said to me you've been to Butarque before. When was the last time you was here? Do you remember?
I think it was 10 years ago.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Has it changed a lot?
It has. It has improved the setting, at least from the outside. I haven't been indoors yet, but from the outside looks cleaner. I remember this park well. It didn't have a fan zone back then, so they're also improving that. Before was just parking your car wherever you could, and people would just eat their bocadillos outside of the ground, and that's it. So I think Leganés is improving as an institution over the past few years. The first division experience have made them well, but they already have their foot on the ground, so they know their place, and they will be a strong contender to get back up.
Excellent, and yeah, someone should definitely write a book about football in Madrid, I think. So we'll see if someone does that. But I usually ask people to say Vamos Malaga, but I won't ask you to do that because you have to be very neutral.
Well, I can say Vamos Malaga because Malaga is such a very nice Portuguese club as well.
True.
From the 90s onwards, so since the days of Agostinho and Eliseu and all Zeferino and back to Duda and Nelson Monte, of course. So we're very connected with Malaga positively.
There you go. So Vamos Malaga. I did go, I realised I'm sorry. So as always, the atmosphere in the away end's been great, but we're just under 5 minutes in and Leganés have scored. It just looked like Einar Galilea slide tackle, and he just completely missed it, and they broke through and scored a tap in the end. So just a stupid mistake. I thought we started fairly solid otherwise, but really frustrating. This is the Malaga end singing, by the way. So frustrating. So it's half-time here at Butarque. It is 1-0 to Leganés. Malaga really having lots of the ball, but not really, no real clear-cut chances. A lot of sort of misplaced crosses or sort of getting down the wings and not really doing much with it. A lot of corners. In a way, it almost looks like Leganés are letting us have the ball to try and counter us. Juan Cruz, it's looking very good for them. I think he scored the goal. And obviously, ex-Malaga boy, you know, the the curse of the X and all that. Yeah, they're playing okay. I suppose I'm quite happy to go in 1-0 down. It could have been worse. They're not playing awful, but yeah, it's sort of all ball, no real substance, I guess. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the second half. Either the main talking point in the first half from the Malaga end is the away end is fine. It's very busy. There's definitely, it feels like there's more in here than there are seats. So I don't know how they work that. I've basically been standing on the steps, but obviously flanking either side of the away end are Malaga fans in the home end, and the stewards have been going around trying to sit them down, which seemed a bit unnecessary to me. I don't think there was any trouble, and I don't think they were like blocking anyone's view or anything like that, but the stewards made a big fuss about trying to get them to sit down, then the police got involved, and fair play to the Leganés fans, they started standing up and sort of bouncing with them as well. But yeah, but all that doesn't really matter. We're 1-0 down at half time, so let's see where the second half holds. So 80 minutes into the second half, David Larrubia's just missed another chance. Looked like a really good one. Much the same, really. All ball, not doing loads with it. Leganés players down with a head injury. Yeah, I think if we could stay in this, a 1-0, got a chance. One thing that's really bugging me, the Leganés clock. It's saying 18 minutes on it instead of, what's the maths there, 63. I don't like it. Second half should say 63. I'll let the Malaga fans do the singing. Two-0 Leganés. Malaga all the ball again. It was a nice passing move from Malaga. Ball went astray. Crosses the box. Lovely volleyed finish from there to number 23. I think that's game over. It's about 15 minutes left. They've not played bad, Malaga. They've had their chances and some half chances, but you could sort of sense, I don't know, it's never felt like Malaga are winning it for me, to be honest with you, since that first goal went in. 2-0 feels harsh, but as Leganés are attacking again now. Really hate that away shirt Leganés are in. Oh, David Larrubia's running back. Vamos, David. Yeah, really confused. There's two Leganés fans in the away end. They're just being like taken out. Don't know how they ended up here or why they're here. But they've just gone, which is good. The police have said, yeah, you probably shouldn't be here. I don't know what the story is there and how they've ended up here, why they want to be here, but they've just been directed out by the national. So, not 1-0, I wish it was 1-0. It's 2-0 to Leganés. We're outside Butarque. I'm right opposite the team bus. Lots of Malaga fans surrounding the bus, chanting for Pellicer to go, the board to go, Jose Maria to go. The steward that was trying to get everyone to sit down earlier has just walked out and had things thrown at him and pelters, and yeah, there's police and stuff around here now. For me, I didn't think Malaga played that bad. It just looked like one of those games that was never going to fall to us. As I said, like, we just kept going down the wings and not really doing anything with it. I can't really defend the result, obviously, but it is an away result, a 2-0 loss away from home against Leganés, who are one of the better teams in the league. So, there's no shame in that. But yeah, it just felt very frustrating. Very frustrating. I don't think Pellicer's subs were very good either. Chupete going off was a bit of a mad one for me. And the new boy, forgive me, how do you say his name? Joregi. I just not really seen anything from him so far. No real sort of silver. Well, I guess the silver lining is that we played quite well. As in, like, keeping the ball, but there's a part of me that feels Leganés were going, these guys aren't going to do anything, let's let them keep the ball. So we're going to go to the bar now. I'll ask some of the gang for their thoughts in the next bit. So we are outside Taberna Manchega. We have got some very big glasses of Mao. Great tapas, the really good free tapas. Obviously, we've done the Malaga losing. Well, I've done the Malaga losing bit, and so I don't want to talk anymore. So I'm going to sort of pass the recording around. First of all, Tom, the train guy, as we've just been dubbed. Apparently, you're the train whisperer. You know the train timetables of the Madrid region, so that's a very useful skill. How did you find your time in Butarque and the game, etc.? You might have to move a bit closer.
Yeah, it's been very nice being a VIP in Leganés twice. Yeah, it was. From my opinion, it was a good game to watch. I'm glad it wasn't a 0-0, to be honest. Yeah.
Anything jump out to you? Did any players or?
Especially the second goal, Milan's finish, quality finish.
Which is
where we were sat. It was slow mo and it sort of bent into the top right hand corner, and yeah,
I saw it. I did see it going. But it was so good, Alex Fitzpatrick, that it prompted you to ask, "What was the best goal you've ever seen live?" So, we could do a whole podcast on that. But as the Spanish Segunda expert, what did you make of the game in general, etc.? And I guess, what did you make of Malaga for me?
I think Malaga are quite good between the two boxes, but they're not very good in either box. But genuinely like they call it the construction of the game, don't they? The build up and all those sort of things is decent. It's just a bit slow, and the problem is if you've got yourself in a good position as a team, or you've got a good counter-attack opportunity on, and it's slow, and there's too many touches, or there's a backwards or sideways pass, or there's an opportunity to turn and to attack the opposition, and you don't choose to do that, then you're going to create less and score less goals. And to me, it's not about. I mean, you could do with a little bit more of a sparkle of stardust in that 11 in the attacking areas, but you've got what you've got. I don't think it's a side that should be relegated, but I think I've said many times on the Spanish Segunda show in the last 3 or 4 weeks, if you change the coach, and I've not been speaking specifically about Malaga, but I'm going to apply it to Malaga now. If you change the coach and bring a better coach in, and could you bring a better coach in at this level? And the answer to me for Malaga is yes. Would the results improve? And I think for Malaga, absolutely they would. And I've said this for a range of other teams in Segunda División as well.
There you go. Let's go back to a more Malaga. Well, I don't know. I was going to say he's more Malaga positive, but his employees were written on Leganés' shirt. So, Alex Ashmore, your thoughts of the game in general?
I thought disappointing from a Malaga point of view. I think having seen from start to finish, obviously knowing that it feels like it was written in the stars that Malaga were going to lose today after winning 3-0 against Depor last week. It's how the Segunda División works, but it felt like a lack of enthusiasm, a lack of effort, a lack of oomph, I think would be the word to describe Malaga's performance until Darko Brasanac came on in the second half, where it felt like there was some control and some idea in the midfield, and before that there was no link between the defence and attack, and I think he was the man of the match despite having only played 20 minutes. So for me, I think, I don't know, lots to improve on for Malaga, but also it is going to sound pretty damning to say this, but I don't see them improving under Sergio Pellicer.
There you go. I'll take the phone back over these pints of Mao. Not a positive outlook for Sergio Pellicer. We've done 4 minutes then. I'll speak to Liam. There you go. So we're on the train back to central Madrid. I've asked Alex and Tom to give their input. I said I'd catch Liam. We're being chavales. Lads on the train drinking cans. First of all, Liam, the big question before we talk about Malaga, your favourite Spanish word, because we just discussed that.
I like quisquilloso. I'm a big fan of that.
That was my favourite word. You can pick a better one.
I have always been a big fan. As a teacher, I've always been a big fan of the word sacapuntas. I'm not really sure why sacapuntas is probably. It's a pencil sharpener. As a teacher, Matt, I imagine you can relate to that.
Okay. More importantly, though,
cultural reference of Sacapuntas? The cultural reference of Sacapuntas, there was 2 comedians who were called the Sacapuntas in Spain, and they were a double act called the Sacapuntas.
Is this true?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't interrupt you to tell you a lie.
No, I don't know if that's really.
Great piece of knowledge. I'm in awe of that.
Basically, this weekend has all been about impressing Liam with knowledge, because yesterday he was very impressed with my Guadalajara knowledge. Anyway, I wish we could keep talking about that, but I'm going to go back to Spanish Segunda stuff. What did you make of the game today and Malaga, Leganés, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, I do feel for the Malaga fans who always were fantastic in the me, like you, for instance. I just thought they tried the best, but they're not very good, are they? That's the problem. You've got a couple of players in there that stand out, but I was looking at the team and thinking, how many of these Malaga players would get in the Leganés side? And the answer is, apart from Herrero, and even Herrero, to be fair, Soriano's a great keeper. I just feel like I can't really see if you had a combined Leganés and Malaga 11, who would you put in the team for Malaga?
Maybe Rafa he's up and coming.
Yeah, I think both Tom and myself felt that Rafa could do with losing a few pounds, but
fuck off. and then David Larrubia has no pounds on him. We've just had a very philosophical conversation about David Larrubia and about I don't know we were very philosophical about him and vibes and stuff. I can't remember what the outcome was.
Do you want me to give you a summary?
Yeah,
so,
give me a summary.
The summary was that
you didn't think he was very good, basically.
Well, no, the summary was, if you look at any team, whether it's a Sunday League team or whether it's a professional team, there's always going to be one player that stands out, and David Larrubia in the Malaga team is that player. But that doesn't mean that he's actually any good when you compare him against other players and play the same position across the league. And for me, he doesn't get into the top 10, I said.
Yep.
But actually...
And then you said possibly top 20?
I don't... I'm going to remove that word possibly, if I'm honest, Matt.
Okay.
I think he wouldn't get in the top 20 players in that sort of position, one of those 3 positions behind the front man.
Okay.
I don't think he'd get in the top 20.
You watch more of it than me, so...
For me, I don't think he would. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, and then my... Well, not argument, I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was saying he's unorthodox, is what I was saying. He looks and also maybe he stands out more, which I'm not necessarily saying is a good thing. It's a bit like when we were talking, who did I mention Soccernomics to yesterday, where blonde footballers stand out and maybe...
I was going to say he's definitely unorthodox because most players in those positions get goals and assists, and you gave me a stat from Luke Chambers.
There you go, shout out to Luke Chambers.
Which was, I think, 3 goals and 1 assist, or 1 goal and 3
assists.
Yeah,
in his last 30 games, 3 assists, 1 goal.
So in that, to that extent, he is unorthodox because the normal thing to do in that position would be to get goals.
In number 10, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Liam, I know you like David Larrubia. Do you want to make a defence, or you don't have to? You can say, yeah, Alex Fitzpatrick is right.
I feel a bit sorry for him because he's certainly progressed for me, Larrubia. He's certainly carrying a little bit of weight on his shoulders, I think.
Well, I was going to say he's not carrying weight. yeah, I agree with that.
Physically, but
metaphorical weight.
Metaphorical weight, exactly. I feel like he's still a very young man, David Larrubia, and I think in a better team, I think he could develop and become a really, really good player. But right now, I feel like he is the biggest creative outlet for them, really, in many ways, and that's a lot of pressure to have on you, isn't it? Really? So, yeah, I like him. I think he's. But then it is really interesting when you look at those stats. Perhaps he is one of those that flatters to deceive. That actually he doesn't actually have much end product. And today he had a great chance, probably the best chance. Not certainly the first chance. Should have taken it earlier. Took his time. Good save by Soriano, but still, he should be putting that away, shouldn't he? And that's the key. He promises a lot, but hasn't yet really delivered. But I like watching him. I think he is a. But I would understand what Alex is saying there, that he just kind of looks like a nice player, and actually, when you dig a bit deeper under the surface, perhaps he's not all that.
Right, okay. So sorry.
Can I just say to say something like positive? To be something positive about say something positive about him. His statistics would be better if Malaga had a better centre forward, and that I think it's only fair to say that about him, is that you can look at goals and assists, and that doesn't tell the whole story.
Yeah, I think Chupete is a good centre forward, and I think we shouldn't have taken him off today. But as I said, not scored away. I don't think he scored a single goal away yet. So, yeah.
That's a very good point. How many of those 30 games has Rubia played with a not very good centre forward in front of me? I mean, he didn't play, did Rubia, when Roberto was there, for instance. Ultimately, yeah, it's a very good point that Alex makes there. He offers a lot. You can't blame him. He may have set an awful lot of goals up if he'd had a decent striker to actually put away the chances he creates. But yeah, one goal's not enough. Given the position he takes up, he should be.
To be fair, he was in the third division when Roberto was scoring all those goals, but that wouldn't be part of the 30. I'm guessing that 30 comes from Segunda, but but good hips, great hips.
But I mean, if we're going to get into ball,
and hips don't lie.
If we're going to get into, but stats don't lie as well. But if we're going to get
Shakira
into
didn't sing that though.
No, she didn't. Maybe she should. If we're going to get into the boring stat side of things, maybe expected assists is what we should be looking at.
Oh wow, okay. Is that actually a thing?
Unfortunately, Matt, I do like statistics, but I'm still using the word unfortunately as someone that likes statistics. Unfortunately, yes, it is a thing. Okay.
Well, the statistics are here. We've got 4 cans of Mao in front of us, so let's enjoy those on the train as we get back to central Madrid. And there you go. That was it from a Madrid weekender, which obviously started with our trip to Guadalajara the day before, which you can listen to over on El Pozo, with Liam hosting that. And I sort of took over the sort of live Madrid weekender coverage for El Partido when we went to Leganés. And obviously, let's do the football. Obviously very disappointed. I'll be honest with you, I think there's a couple of times I said, I don't think Malaga played that bad. And I thought they were okay. I did watch some of the highlights back and it did look a bit more Leganés-y favoured. So we'll just say it was those big beers before kick-off on the banking outside Butarque. Disappointing. I did think we weren't awful though, but congratulations to Leganés and Super Pepino. Yeah, it's from a ground hopping perspective, Butarque is definitely a place to go visit. It's a brilliant ground. It's really open. This is the second time I've been there. I think I mentioned, but on the pod maybe, the first time I went there was probably the coldest game I've ever been to in Spain on a Sunday night in, what was it, like that was December. It was just before Christmas. It was freezing. So yeah, try and avoid the night games or wrap up warmer than I did when I went. But yeah, brilliant place. Really enjoyed it. Thank you to the lads that came along and I came along with as well, I guess, that joined me, and it was good weekend all round. I'll say it again. I might have said it on Lost Bios. That's the podcast I host. Go and check that out if you haven't. I think Madrid is still an underrated football city. There's so many different clubs there. The only disappointment for me this weekend really was quite a lot of the lower league games fell on a Sunday, and it meant there wasn't much option on Saturday, but it did meant I pushed myself to go to Guadalajara, and I'm glad I did. So that was a really fun day as well. Again, go check that pod out on El Pozo. But yeah, I'm sure I'll be back with one of these again soon. Check out all the old El Partidos, especially the ones with me on. And to go and check out Lost Bios, which I host all the time, and that's a football travel podcast. Thank you.
Another fantastic instalment of Directo from the man that is Matt Harrison, and you can hear from the very, very start the atmosphere in the bars that he's in Madrid. It sounds like such a brilliant city to go and watch football in. I'm really jealous that twice now I've attempted to do Madrid and visit Madrid, but I've only ever really got as far as the airport or the surrounding areas, so it is definitely high up on my list, as Matt recommends, to go and watch some football once again. It is an underrated football city in mine and his opinion as well, so definitely go check that out. Also go and check out Los Boyos as well. It's a fantastic football travel podcast that Matt hosts with his brother, and some of the guests he's had on recently have been absolutely spectacular, and one of the guests I know he's got on this week is also going to be brilliant too. And as I've said in the prelude to this podcast, if you are attending a game and you want to send us your match reports, do get in touch with us on social media. Drop us a message on Twitter or X as it's now known as, or on Instagram, and send us across whatever you're recording, because we will definitely like to take a listen to it. But for now, I'll say thank you very much to Matt once again, and hasta luego.